Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with a new review. If you follow my channel, you know that I am in the midst of checking out the Amouage Discovery Collection for Woman. There are 7 samples, and I am right smack dab in the middle. So after this week, I have 3 more left. And you've seen the description and the subject line, so you know I'm checking out this week none other than Bracken Woman. And there we go, Bracken Woman. So I have to tell you before I dive in the notes, I don't know in my 60-some episodes if I've ever reviewed a fragrance that has elicited such a wide variety of comments, feedback, and reactions. So do me a favor, go to fragrantica.com and look up Bracken Woman. And just read the comment lines, right? The reviews. You're just going to see it's just all over the map. So what do I think of it? Do I like it? Stay tuned and find out next. All right, what'd you think of my teaser there? All right, so before I start with the notes, I wanted to welcome. We had another big wave of subscribers since last Friday, since the last episode. So I wanted to welcome you guys. Welcome aboard to the Cologne crew. And I also have a big announcement, and because I am now on Twitter and Instagram, so I can finally realize a dream, and I can finally say, follow me on social media. You know, I almost get choked up saying it, but I am That Cologne Guy, so it's going to be That Cologne Guy, lowercase, all one word, on YouTube, of course, and Twitter, Instagram, always the same, That Cologne Guy. Look me up on social media, and again, I can finally realize a dream and say, follow me on social media, and I'll take pictures of me eating tacos with hot sauce, and no, I'm kidding. I will be talking about fragrances, and fragrances some more. So look me up on social media. All right, so let's dive in on the notes. I have to say that the big 3 for me for this 2016 Amouage release are chamomile, leather, and birch. And now I'm a huge birch fan. I love birch as a note. And when I first saw all the different notes, I was hoping that would really come to the forefront. And as the fragrance develops, it really does. So one of the issues, one of the areas of this fragrance I really appreciated the base notes. And in the base is definitely birch, which I appreciate. Now, Bracken Woman, as if you remember from Bracken Man, I mentioned that Bracken refers to fern. So you might think that this is a really green fragrance, but I really don't find it that way. This is a woody leather green/floral, but the woods and the leather really dominate, especially as time goes by. So when I think of chamomile, leather, and birch, I think of really, this is kind of a blend of 2 fragrances for me, kind of. And it is the chamomile from Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme, which is just a fantastic fragrance. I mean, yeah, it's the 90s, but I mean, it's a classic. Come on, any reformulation. And it's mixed with Bottega Veneta. I don't know if you know that perfume, but Bottega Veneta is in my top 5 favorites for women. I love that perfume. And the leather and the woods from that one blended with Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme, you would get Bracken Woman. So it's not so much of a fern-like green in this scent, as it is really leather with some woods, and I get more of a chamomile feel. It says wild berries, but for me it's more of it's definitely chamomile, and I'll leave it at that. Those are the 3 strong notes on my skin, at least, that I picked up. So as you know, in each episode, I just positively love to read. In fact, one of the words I had to look up. I love the descriptions that they include in their discovery collections, and I want to meet the man or woman who writes these, because they should be a published poet, don't you think? Let's see if it lives up to their description. Bracken Woman. I need to put some music in the background for this. Reminiscent of the beguiling time of freedom, mysticism, love, and peace, Bracken Woman reveals itself through a magical marriage of vibrant violet leaf and galbanum. I used to say galbanum. Galbanum, green notes of the bracken fern accord with the luscious fruity accents of wild berries opening up to a sensuous heart of lily, narcissus, chamomile, and leather. In an intoxicating finale, the seductive smoky wood base lavishly blends patchouli, vetiver, and birch to exude playfully in the insouciance, and I had to look that word up. It's INSOUCIANCA, insouciance, CE, excuse me. And it means a casual indifference, is what the definition of it. Insouciance. Interesting. Of summer days and star-filled nights in the woodlands. So let me read that last sentence without any breaks. In an intoxicating finale, the seductive, smoky, woody base lavishly blends patchouli, vetiver, and birch to exude playfully the insouciance of summer days and star-filled nights in the woodlands. Don't know if it really, really does all that, but man, kudos to him or her for that. I mean, that's just, I almost feel like publishing that as a poem by itself, whether or not I like the fragrance. But I don't think it lives up to that, by the way. So in fact, one thing I would say about this one is I don't know that the name really fits it, because again, it doesn't evoke a strong fern-like element to me at all, especially with the woods and the leather coming to the forefront. So yeah, the name itself, I don't know if it's exactly appropriate, and I don't know that it meets that description, though, as beautiful as it is. All right, so let's look at longevity and projection. This is a no surprise for Amouage. So I want to start with projection first. This projects quite well, and it's almost beast mode. It's not quite, though, but I like that about it. It does exactly well, at least what I want it to, meaning it projects more than an arm's length away. I did 4 sprays, one on each side of the neck and one on each wrist. It clearly projects away from your body much more than an arm's length, but it also isn't so much so that it's clearing out a room. So for me, it was perfect, actually. I really, really liked it. It was robust. It was confident, and I like that about the projection, definitely. Longevity was what you would want out of a pricey niche, and so you're going to get 10 to 12 hours out of this, and that's solid, so closer to 12. What I really like about this one is it is not linear. So when you first spray it, it's almost like I don't know if earthy is the word, but I'll go with earthy. It's not off-putting at all. It's just different. The original scent, it's almost like kind of the chamomile and the leather are mixed a little bit more. Perhaps that's where the wild berries are coming in. And then after that, though, it evolves over time, and I really appreciate this one with each hour that goes by. In fact, the more time that goes by, the more I like it, because then we get into the base notes of with the leather and the birch. If the vetiver was a note, as you saw, but if vetiver is a note, then it's got to be a very, very clean vetiver. It's certainly not like Encre Noire. Or it's not a dirty vetiver. It's quite clean. So I really appreciate the fact that this fragrance evolves on your skin over time, and I really appreciate the fact that it is a unique, original release. So even if you don't like it, you have to give it props for being quite unique and original, and what you would expect out of a niche. All right, so that's longevity and projection, and of course development. Now, as far as gender, this is Bracken Woman, but this one is definitely a unisex fragrance. I mean, I guess on our continuum that I do each week, if we had men here and women here, I wouldn't put it right exactly in the middle. I'd put it slightly right of center toward the feminine side, but this isn't ultra feminine by any means. I would consider this very close to. I mean, it is unisex. I mean, men and women could wear this one easily, and of course, it's marketed towards women. But if you put this release in the library collection, which is for women and men, I don't know that anyone would say anything otherwise, saying that, oh no, this must be a feminine fragrance. So I would consider this just barely slightly to the right of center, and but still within the range to call this a unisex fragrance. Okay, now target audience, of course, is for women. I do see this as I'm going to actually surprise you here, because a lot of times with Amouage, I end up saying it's for the 40 and up crowd. This is a very, very, very unique fragrance, and I really like this because this is almost like a 20 and up man or woman. I mean, this is practically anyone could wear this fragrance. So I'm going to go 20 and up. Probably going to be women because it's marketed towards women. But I think of all the Amouage perfumes, you're going to see a fair amount of guys wearing this one because of the unique and original factor, and it's just a very well blended fragrance. The notes are fantastic. So that's what I'll go with. 20 and up. Probably going to be more women, but men and women can pull this off. Okay, so let's look at event. Now, this is another one that could be easily done for a formal event. This could be work related. Now, if I had to choose, though, I would say I personally would see this more as an after work fragrance. I see this as more romantic. I see this for an intimate night out. I see this as a date. I see this as I guess, clubbing scent. I don't know if you want to use niche for clubbing, but this could be. I really appreciate that about this fragrance, because it definitely could be used at the office, but because it projects so well, I would recommend staying away from the office, and I would use this as an after work perfume. So this could be, again, formal attire or informal attire, but I would categorize this more as after work, romantic night out. I usually try to categorize these in terms of season. I mean, I guess if I had to, I would say this is a fall fragrance for me. But when you have chamomile and then you mix it with wood and leather, man, I mean, if I had to do it, I would say this is a fall and maybe even early spring. But I mean, honestly, in my own collection, I would wear this at any point of the year. Again, the versatility factor for this fragrance is so high. So if you're going to force me to commit, then I'll say fall. Otherwise, I would say any season. The chamomile keeps it fresh. It is a fresher fragrance in the beginning, and then it really settles down into a nice birch and leather, and so that would be more appropriate, for the fall and the winter. So outstanding job, Amouage, when it comes to versatility. So in the end, here's what we're going to say: the ladies in the house actually did not care for this fragrance, especially in the beginning. In fact, they said that the initial blast was like a kind of a senior citizen's home. So a grandpa / grandma scent. I disagree. I will respectfully disagree. It's certainly different in the beginning, but it was by no means off-putting to me. And I don't get that vibe at all. Obviously, if I'm going to say 20 and up, I don't get the grandma / grandpa vibe for this fragrance at all. I definitely appreciate the versatility. You have to give it to Amouage on this one because it's a unique release, and I liked it. I really like it. Would I recommend this? I would. Would I keep this in my own collection? These are perfumes. I probably would, but would I recommend this for women? Without hesitation. And if you follow my channel, out of 5 sprays, I always evaluate them, and then I actually spray that number on me. This one is a rock solid 4 for me. I really, really like this one. It's definitely memorable. It has its own almost category, right? I mean, woody, aromatic, floral, green. wild berries. There's just so much going on here that I can't help but appreciate that. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5. It's a high recommend. And I would say, though, that just like any niche, but I mean, it goes without saying, this one, though, is definitely not blind buy friendly at all, as I said, because of the disparity. Some people just love this and some people don't. So make sure that you wear this on your skin before you purchase a full bottle. That really goes without saying, though, doesn't it? All right, so again, if you follow my channel, you know that I actually put them on me. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5 sprays on this original 2016 Amouage release. And here we go. I wanted to test it out because it wasn't working earlier. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, boom, 2, boom, 3, boom, and 4. All right, there you have it, folks. 4 out of 5 sprays for Bracken Woman by Amouage. It looks like we're in for a long haul when it comes to the quarantine. So stay safe, stay healthy, and stay positive. And always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody.